Very sorry.
Thank you.
My sympathies, Mrs. Rowe. I was retained by your husband several months ago.
He made no mention of this to me.
He wanted to keep it discreet.
For what purpose were you hired?
To find his daughter. I'm afraid he was aware of his ill health and wanted to be reunited with his child before he died.
He had no children, Mr. Starr. I'm sorry if you've wasted your time. If there's any money due you, send me a bill.
Perhaps time is bad, but I've never been accused of having a good sense of timing. Well, you have my card. Call me when you feel up to it.
Did you find this daughter?
Yes. 2 days ago. I was on my way to inform your husband when I learned he passed on.
This daughter, she's illegitimate?
From an affair 30 years ago, before your
Obviously. Is there any proof she's really John's?
birth certificate, checks made out to her mother.
Does she know about the money?
Yes, but at this point wants nothing to do with it.
Why do I get the feeling she will?
Human nature.
Well, I am so sorry that John got her mother pregnant and then abandoned her. But I am not about to share what took me so long to get.
Understandable. However, judges sometimes see things differently. She's a very sympathetic creature.
That's a fight I'm willing to take.
Good for you. Unfortunately, lawyers can tie the money up in probate for years. Then no one has the advantage of using it.
You're getting to something, Mr. Starr?
Yes, I was hired by your husband. He passed on. That means that I'm now working for you. That girl is very innocent. I've gained her trust. Perhaps I can talk to her on your behalf.
Some sort of buyout?
With the right encouragement, people can be talked into anything.
Ratings, people. That's what keeps us in this stadium. The ratings have been retrogressing, if you will. ever since we peaked with the missing chimp story. I want ideas, people. Ideas are what you guys get paid the medium bucks for. Jenny.
Yes, BB.
Are you paying attention?
Yes, ratings.
Right. Luna, what about you? Did you exhume anything?
Yeah, well, I dug something up, sir. I think the police department wants us to do a day in the life, kind of a story about their operation. And I think it's really bad. There's a very bad. Why, it's not our style, so I said, hey, let's just pass on this thing. It's no good.
But you just... What's the matter, Luna? Our style is to be in the ratings toilet? I like the idea.
No, I love it, right? It's a natural. I love the idea.
It's a great idea, but it's not our show. Vince, our viewers tune in to see us helping people. That's our franchise. We abandon that, we risk losing our core audience.
Reed has a point.
No, absolutely. You do not want to lose the core audience ever.
But hell, who knows? A change of pace might give this show a kick in the pants. Get some word of mouth tune in.
Absolutely. Let's get the whole town talking about us and saying stuff.
Excuse me, but the talk would be negative. Vince, I don't like this one. It just doesn't feel right to me.
No. Right.
I think we should do it. I think, though, that what we really have to do is we have to focus in on a specialized area of police work. Bunko would be fun.
No. I got a great idea. We talk to the guy with the chimp. Get him to lose it again. Do a follow-up story, Missing Chimp Part 2.
I love the chimp.
Bunko is great. This should solve all your problems, Reed. This really helps people. It makes them aware of the oily con men that cheat little old ladies out of their Social Security.
Oh, exactly.
Let's go.
Exactly, BB. Exactly.
So that's so good. Let's go for it. Let's really go for it.
I'm sorry. As producer, I've got to put my foot down. No way.
Reed, humor me. Jenny likes the story. And can you deny that every story she's gotten behind has shot up the ratings? She supercharged this place ever since she arrived. And I'm gonna go with her gut on this one. Case closed, meeting over.
But I don't understand why you're upset. It'd be so much fun.
Fun?
Yeah,
What if
fun.
somebody recognizes us? We have records, long records.
But we've never pulled a con in the Southwest. I mean, we're clean here.
Times have changed. Police have computers with international link-ups.
Oh, so we're taking a little chance. I mean, haven't you always dreamed of being in the other team's huddle? You know, being behind enemy lines and in on the inside?
The inside of a jail cell.
Think of what we could learn, John.
I'm not a con artist anymore. I don't care.
Oh, but you could come to your senses.
No. The only team's huddle I want to be in is Solutions.
God, you sound like Venom in a
I
hand.
do not.
You do, too. Your brain is beginning to atrophy.
Would you grow up? You cannot be an adolescent all your life.
And why can't I? What happened to the man I used to love? The one who lived to take chances?
I still take my share.
The biggest chance you've taken lately is wearing pastels.
No, this is not gonna work. I like my new life. I like being a grown-up. I like knowing where I'm gonna wake up in the morning. I like knowing who my friends are. I like having a paycheck. I like not getting shot at. Cut it out, Jenny. We are not going undercover with the Bunko squad, and that's final.
Your boss wants you to.
Don't you worry. I can handle Vanneman.
Metropolitan Police Station.
Computer headquarters to the left.
You use computers in Bunko?
Sure. We have information on every known Bunko artist in the world. We can feed a con into the computer and get a list of Bunkos who are known to have used it.
Isn't that fascinating, John?
I'm getting goosebumps.
Right this way.
Thank you.
Don't let that guy's public relations persona fool you. He's the toughest Bunko detective in California.
I know. I checked him out. He's probably got our names on his computer.
You're walking a very high wire.
I like the view from up here.
Success of a con artist.
Excuse me, Lieutenant.
Success of a con artist depends more on the greed of his mark than his gullibility.
His mark?
Sucker's a better word for it. Miss, Jerome?
Jenny.
Jenny. It's the person who gets cheated.
Oh, sucker. Oh, I know about that. So why does the mark's greed help the con man?
Well, the con man counts on the mark to be so consumed with greed, he won't realize that he's being fooled.
I never knew that.
You can't cheat an honest man, Jenny.
That's very profound, Bill.
Gee, look at this time. How about some lunch, people?
You know, just this morning, a jewelry store owner got taken by a con that was very popular a few years back. A guy came into the store claiming to be the friend of a celebrity. He first impressed the jeweler with his circle of friends, then he picked out an expensive ring. He asked the jeweler to send the ring to the celebrity's address, and then he wrote out a check for more than the amount of the ring.
Why did you write the check out for more?
Well, he wants the jeweler to give him the extra cash. It'll save him a trip across town to his bank. Jeweler wants to make a big sale, and it's only for a couple of $100, so he gives the guy the money. Celebrity sends the ring back, jeweler's out the cash.
Wow.
Excuse me, what was the name of the celebrity the con artist used?
Who cares?
Oh, just curious. Overwhelmed, really.
Buck Brown.
Buck Brown.
That old cowboy star. Oh, I love that guy. Yeah, but only a low-level con artist would use it. We should have no problem getting him.
Could I see you outside for a minute, Jenny?
You need me and Bauer?
No, I'm just going to send her back to the station for some pencils.
It's okay, Natalie. We'll be right back. I know what you're thinking, and you're wrong.
Your father invented that con.
My father has not pulled that con in 10 years, and a lot of other guys are using it.
No, not with the Buck Brown connection. That's your father. He's a Buck Brown freak.
So are a trillion other people.
That's your father, and you know it.
Look, I think being in a police station has fried your brains. My father never pulls cons west of Paris.
Maybe he's running out of territory.
My father has more territories than you have shirts with little horses on them.
Jenny, the man is almost 60 years old. He might not be as quick-witted as he used to be.
You hate my
I do
father.
not. Even though I had every right to, the man had me shanghaied on a Tunisian freighter.
Big deal.
My nose was pierced.
Hole filled in. Besides, I thought you looked kind of handsome with a ruby in your nose.
Okay, I don't care about that anymore. I just want to know what he's doing in Southern California.
He is not in Southern California. He is in Europe. Some cheap bunko is using his con.
No, I don't believe you.
Well, I know the perfect way to find out. Why don't we just go get Lieutenant Cross to run it through his computer?
Very funny.
Hello, Hotel Capri? Yeah. Do you have a Will Varner registered? No, huh? How about a Graham Tyler? Okay, could you try for a Jason Starr? Oh, Graham Tyler, huh? How about a Jason Starr?
What about a Jason Starr? Yeah, thanks. What? What?
You do have a Jason Starr registered? What room? Thanks. Europe in the fall.
Something big, something very big. I'll fill you in on it later when you tell me about you. What are you doing here?
Oh, fix me a drink, will you, Dad?
Okay. So?
It's still in the planning stage, and I don't want to jinx it.
You know, I was worried that you'd leave game when you and, what's his name, Seymour broke up.
I believe his name was Riley. He's called John now.
Really? Well, Seymour fit him better. Yeah. He was a frail little guy, wasn't he?
He was strong, well-muscled, 6'2", and beat you at arm wrestling every time.
He cheated. Besides, you're supposed to let your father-in-law win.
He was the best con you'd ever seen. At least that's what you said before we got married.
Well, I lied. Besides, he never should have broken up our old team. Boy, we were naturals together. Where's, Seymour now?
John? I'm not sure exactly.
Dumping him is the best thing you ever did.
Daddy, he dumped me.
Well, then he's dumber than I thought.
You got a John in this dump?
I love it when you talk like a sailor. Over there. I even missed the way you move.
Dad, is everything okay?
Top of the world. Could I afford a place like this if I wasn't?
You have never paid for a hotel room in your life.
Listen, since you're only in the planning stages, could you help me with mine?
Your con?
Yeah, the old team again. I just fired my girl and I need another one. And you're the best there is.
I can't, Dad.
It's a perfect job. This Mark's got a hole where her heart's supposed to be. She's just begging to be taken for a few $100 grand.
Is that big?
Oh, yeah, and I can't do without you, Pocket.
I don't know.
One more for the old team? And how was the trip?
Fine.
We'd better go inside.
You have John's eyes.
I don't know. I guess so. I've never seen my father.
Yes, I know.
What was he like?
Could we get to the point? John left no provisions for you in his will. Is that clear?
Oh, I didn't expect any.
Good.
I didn't come here for money. I came here to learn about my father. It's horrible growing up your whole life not knowing if... Did he look like me? Was he good? Would he have liked me? You didn't love my father, did you?
No, I didn't.
No. Everyone is under a lot of heavy emotional stress right now. She's going through a period of denial. It's much easier to lose someone whom you didn't love. Isn't that true, Mrs. Rowe? And you've come here to find out about a father whom you've never known.
Have you contacted a lawyer?
Me? Well, I talked to one of those men who advertise on television.
I thought so. You make a move toward that will, and I'll have my lawyers tie it up in court. So long, you'll be getting birthday cards from the president before you get a dime. I'm sorry. I'm not behaving rationally.
Mrs. Rowe would like to present you with a gift. A very large gift. A gift that in some small way might make up for some of the things you've missed in life. $50,000.
I told you I don't want the money. But you can't understand that, can you? I want a heritage. I want a link to my past.
Fine, I have a box of old photographs upstairs. They're all yours, and we can forget about the $50,000.
Now, perhaps we better continue at some later date. Come, my dear.
You're just horrible.
To the old team.
Dad, have you ever thought about doing anything else other than conning and...
Once a con, always a con.
Well, what are you going to do after this is over with the money?
Well, live like I always have.
You mean blow it and move on to the next con, right?
Guess so.
You haven't saved anything?
What for?
You can't be a con artist all your life.
I'll try. But I have been thinking of dropping 20 grand into a small investment. You know, for retirement. 20 or 30 years from now.
Tell me, what?
Do you remember Jeremiah Pizer?
Sure, fastest fingers in the West.
He should never have gone east. Had his fingers chopped off in Bangkok.
Ugh.
Played one too many shell games. Anyway, old Pizer finally got the message. He retired. Bought into a little bar on the sweetest stretch of white sand, Barbados, that you've ever seen. Asked me to come in with him.
Daddy, you should.
Well, maybe someday. Right now, we're on the easiest sting of our beautiful lives.
Sorry to interrupt, Lieutenant. This man's reported a possible bunco.
Come in, Mr. von Steuben. I am personal valet to Mr. John P. Rowe for the past 20 years.
Please.
Thank you. He died recently, didn't he? Just a week ago. He was like a brother to me. He was my life. Now I think a great injustice is being done to his memory. Mr. Rowe had an illegitimate daughter from long ago. She came to claim inheritance. Now, Mrs. Rowe and a private investigator are trying to cheat her out of it.
Are you positive?
Mrs. Rowe is a horrible woman. She made Mr. Rowe's final years tortured ones. She wants only money.
He's a private investigator. Ever seen him before?
He said Mr. Rowe hired him before he died, but I would have known. I knew nothing.
What does he look like?
Good looking. About 60. Brown hair, green eyes.
What about the girl?
Pretty. 30. Brunette hair.
Mr. Rowe ever mention a daughter?
Never.
Excuse us. You know, it may not be the girl who's being cheated here. It sounds like that Mrs. Rowe is getting taken on the old lost daughter sting. This could be the con you're looking for to expose on your show.
Great.
What was that?
What's wrong?
What are you doing here? You lied to me!
Did you two rehearse this?
Don't you try and cute your way out of this. Why didn't you tell me he was in town?
Ditto.
Because when you two get together, you act like a pair of 10-year-olds. How did you find me?
I followed you.
You followed me?
Yeah. Are you two together again?
Not really.
She works for me.
She works for you.
How long have you known?
I followed you the first night. I've been waiting to see what you'd do.
What could Pocket possibly do that she'd be working for you?
I produce a local television show. She's my assistant.
You mean like a real job? With time clocks and paychecks and coffee cups with little sayings like world's greatest boss?
Pretty disgusting, huh?
Oh, Pocket, tell me this is a joke.
What kind of a father names his daughter Pocket because she's good at lifting wallets?
It's an art form.
Oh, not for a kid. Not for anybody.
Has this guy been struck by lightning or something?
No, he went straight.
And you want to pull her down with you?
She wants a better life.
Who put you in charge of deciding what is better for my life?
Once a con artist, always a con artist. Gets into your blood. You see someone who's stupid and greedy, it's like a drug. You want to go right after his money. Hell, you were human once.
It almost killed me.
Yeah, but you escaped death. That's what makes life so thrilling.
I don't think she wants that kind of thrill anymore.
Well, I think you're wrong.
Did I leave the room? Did I leave the room?
Do you want to scam for the rest of your life or not?
Will you tell him you're a con and you'll always be a con and tell him to take his Salvation Army out of here?
I am getting out.
Jenny, you wait a minute. Now listen, I think we have to talk.
That makes one of us.
You
Taxi!
and your father are working a con, aren't you?
You're getting awfully paranoid, John, don't you think?
Police are onto it.
Onto what?
Mr. Rowe's valet came down to the station. He thinks that Mr. Rowe's poor daughter is being cheated out of her inheritance. But you know what's amazing, Jenny?
What? That people in this day and age still use valets?
No, that Lieutenant Cross is smarter than you think.
And so's a Cocker Spaniel.
Well, dumb old Lieutenant Cross started thinking. He thought maybe it's not the daughter who's being cheated at all. Maybe the daughter doesn't even exist. Maybe the widow is the one who's being conned.
You know, that's a great con, Reed. I wish I thought of that myself.
Are you ready to go now or what?
Look, I know he's your father and you love him, but don't get mixed up in this.
I'm a father. I got kids to feed. Time is money, you know.
Would you keep your pants on? Look, John, nothing is going on. Nothing, I promise.
I don't believe it is. It's too perfect.
Well, when did this happen?
Conveniently, at exactly the same time, you were missing from the police station.
Well, my father and I were having lunch in his suite then. Ask room service. We were there all afternoon.
Are we going to stand here all night?
Would you excuse us for a minute, please? Now, you look me in the eye.
What for?
You could never lie to me when you were looking me in the eye.
You want I should pop him one?
No, we'll be leaving now.
Tell me. Tell me you're not involved in a sting.
I'm not involved in a sting.
Can we go now?
Good morning, everybody. I hope I didn't call you in too early, but I think we're on to something big. Since we're not positive which of the parties is the one being ripped off, we've got to play this both ways. Right now, the con element is just a hunch.
But a darn good hunch, too.
Thanks, Bill.
Can we still get cooperation from the valet?
Von Steuben called us this morning with the time of the next meeting. Tomorrow at noon.
I've got an idea. Why don't we use all of our television equipment to record the whole meeting?
Oh, that would be terrific for the show.
I like it. And with Von Steuben's help, we could set up cameras and microphones in the room where the meeting's going to take place.
That's a great idea, Jenny.
Thanks. Should just about wrap the whole thing up.
Yes, it should. Anybody seen Jenny?
She called in sick.
She called you?
Well, she borrowed some aspirins from me last night. She didn't look very good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Poor girl sounded half dead on the phone.
Well, let's all pitch in and send flowers.
The daughter and private investigator are running a little late.
I don't understand this. She must have left through the side door.
Mrs. Rowe is gone?
Yes. The car is still in the garage. It's like she
Knew we were going to be here.
You're on her side, aren't you?
I have no personal stake in this. I'm just trying to be fair.
You don't care about me.
Will you come to your senses? You didn't even know your father.
I can fight this, you know. That lawyer that I talked to said that I didn't...
I'm sorry, but you're being unreasonable. 2 weeks ago, you didn't even know who your father was. And now Mrs. Rowe is being very generous by offering you $200,000.
200,000?
All you have to do is sign a document. A document that promises that you'll make no further claims on the estate. 200,000. That's more than you'll ever see in your lifetime. I can promise you that.
When will I get the money?
Well, we can arrange a meeting. Say, tomorrow?
Yes. Tomorrow.
Come in, it's unlocked. Oh, hey, John. Did you bring me flowers?
No. You got your clothes on underneath that blanket, don't you?
Mm-mm. I'm buck naked. Wanna see?
Sure, why not? It's been a long time.
The way you're behaving, you don't deserve to see.
You're not sick. You and your father went to see Mrs. Rowe, didn't you?
You're getting awfully suspicious, John.
Maybe, but I'm not stupid. Your father's in trouble, isn't he?
Nope. He's on top of the world.
Con artists on top of the world don't use the Buck Brown sting. They don't wear old clothes, and they certainly don't work in Santa Ana. And I can't believe that you'd be working with him if he didn't need your help. Desperately.
If I was working for my father, it is because I like being a con.
Maybe. But I think you were starting to have fun at the station. You were almost enjoying the straight life. I don't know, maybe that scares you a little bit.
Look, I'm a con, and I'll always be a con.
So am I. We're just conning for a different reason now. We're there to help the little guy.
Well, that was getting kind of boring.
So you are involved in a sting.
Look, John, my father's in trouble. I love him, and he needs me. Are you gonna turn us in?
No.
John?
Sit down. Have some caviar. It's not as good as you'll get in Hong Kong, but it'll pass.
Drop the sting, Jason.
Jenny finally tell you?
No, the police did.
Oh, that's very unfortunate.
You're hurting your daughter. She's trying to change your life.
But not for the good, in my opinion.
Jason, I used to have the highest respect for you. In your day, you were the best. But now you're a 60-year-old man living alone in a hotel.
In a damn nice hotel.
Is that what you want for her?
Sure, if that's what makes her happy. What do you want?
A future.
Or you want it back? Then go back to the old life. Because that's what'll really make her happy.
No, I don't believe that.
I still didn't get my answer. Do you want her or that bimbo you're almost engaged to at the station?
Natalie is an intelligent and honest woman.
She sounds nice. And I'm sure you two will be very happy together. But where does that leave Pocket? I want her back with me. I love her more than anyone in the world. Do you?
It's a good question, John.
I want you to bail out of this scam. Get out of it before it's too late.
It's never too late. Pocket and I have this one cold.
No, this is not the right thing for you or your father.
Will you tell this caped crusader to buzz off? He doesn't want you and you don't need him.
You go through with this, you can't turn back.
Who cares?
Would you two shut up? I can make up my own mind.
Then do it. I mean, what's it going to be? You drop the sting or continue to con for the rest of your life?
This isn't easy for me, you know.
It isn't a piece of cake for me either.
Well, we all want it to be nice and legal. And I just happen to be a licensed notary. Well, I guess that does it.
I don't know if you can understand this, but the love between a daughter and her father is very special, even if they never do see each other.
I'm deeply moved, and I can't wait to get out of here.
I'll put her on a plane and come over.
I'll have a bottle of champagne on ice. A rare bottle. One John was saving for a special occasion. I think kissing off his daughter is special, don't you?
I couldn't agree with you more.
Oh, well, thank you, Daddy. I think we better celebrate on the plane. We gotta get out of here.
Okay, I'll get the bags and then we're on our way to Switzerland. Let's clear out.
Okay. Let's get out of here. Thank you.
Cops.
Let's go this way. Come on.
Riley took them on.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
And who?
I did.
You. Why?
Because if I'd done it any other way, you would have talked me out of it.
I don't understand.
I'm not going with you, Daddy.
What? Why?
I have to stay here. I don't exactly know why I have to stay here, but I have to stay.
All right. Then I'm staying with you.
Are you crazy? The cops will be on us in seconds.
We can handle the cops.
Look, don't argue with me. I have parked a red car for you out behind the kitchen. Now go get in it, get to the airport, and get on the plane. I've changed your ticket. You're going to Barbados, and you're going to use the money to buy into Jeremiah Pize's bar.
You think I'm washed up, don't you?
No. I think you're a legend. But legends usually either end up getting killed or going to prison. And you're my dad, and I can't let that happen to you. So go by into the bar and dazzle the tourists with your stories.
What about you?
I'll be great.
You're still in love with him, aren't you?
Get out of here, will you?
Look here, Pocket. I'm glad you're in love. I just wish you were good enough for you.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you, too.
I sure wish I didn't have to grow up.
Order, please. I'll get the rest of the order. When you all those two guys go upstairs.
I want you over here. I want you to go.
I did it! I did it! I did it! I
What
did
are
it!
you doing here?
I conned a real life con man.
How?
I got all the money.
Look
How?
at the money here. Well, Mark, give me the camera.
Yeah.
Look, what you do here. Look at the
Well, I
camera. I think we already got you.
Are
you okay?
No, I'm
Tell me.
fine.
This is the disguise.
I read a book. It's Stanislavski. Is that his name? Stanislavski on
Actor
characters.
prepares?
Well, I was at this lunch counter, see, and I heard that Jason guy talking to this girl about this really big scheme, and if it hadn't been for all that I learned from you, Lieutenant, I wouldn't have known what to do. But I knew that this was a really big con, right?
Right.
So I thought it would be great to be in on the inside.
But why didn't you want to tell anybody?
Because I thought the lieutenant would stop me.
You're right. I would have.
Lieutenant! Excuse me. They got him. The con man. Airport police caught him trying to pick up a boarding pass for a flight to Barbados.
Jenny, what's the matter? Where are you going?
Officer! Rebecca Thomas, FBI. I'm here to pick up a Jason Starr. There's a federal warrant out on him.
You're late. One of your brother agents just picked him up a few minutes ago. Say, is it true about this guy that he's wanted in a dozen countries and all 50
Which
states?
way did he go?
Oh, gate 84.
Thank you. Excuse me.
Just a minute, ma'am. This is government business.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you were someone else.
That's quite all right. Thank you, boys. I'll take it from here.
I never did like the feel of those.
When you get to New York, you've got the next flight to Barbados.
Thanks, Riley.
The name's Reed. I didn't do it for you.
I know who you did it for. She's worth it.
That was the sweetest thing anyone's ever done for me in my life.
I was so proud of you for giving back the money. I didn't want to see you sorry for doing the right thing.
Yeah, but still, you risked everything. You risked your new life, you risked your new job, you risked Natalie.
Well, Natalie wouldn't have minded.
Sure. Anyway, you're great. You still got it, Riley.
And you showed me that you can change by giving back the money.
Well...
I saw you give back the money. I saw it.
Well, I didn't exactly give it all back. Not exactly.
Well, what do you mean exactly?
Well, when Mrs. Rogue gets the money, she's going to be sort of a little short. And she deserves it. She's sort of maybe going to be about 20 grand light.
What?
Look, I couldn't let my father go on the airplane with a Santa Ana phone book and some worn clothes. Connors don't collect Social Security, you know.
Right. And she deserves it.
So I got you a little reward.
Nah.
When you were putting Daddy on the plane, I went out and I phoned the San Sebastian Hotel and I got us a room, and I am going to give you a night that you will never, ever forget.
No, I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to make Lieutenant Cross jealous.
Lieutenant Cross?
Yeah, you've got a date with him tonight.
What?
I fixed you up. Dinner and dancing at the Starlight Lounge.
You didn't.
Lieutenant Cross.
You didn't.
I did. I did.
You
I really
did not.
I really did. You are going dancing.
You didn't.
I am not. I did.
Next on Shell Game. You're going to condemn the guy just because he attacked your girlfriend? He could have killed me. What do you see in her anyway? Hello.
Detective Riley, Metro Division. Assistant to the assistant DA?
I'm working my way up.
Where's your double-crossing wife? I don't know where she is.
I get this feeling that you've known each other.
Who?
Jenny and I?
What the hell you doing?
You think Casper's the kind of guy to hold a grudge?
Kill him.
Super Sunday on CBS Sports starts with college basketball action when DePaul collides with Georgetown. And later in the day, it's Super Bowl 21. Now stay tuned as the brothers are basking in celebrity status for smashing a smuggling ring. But does it mean an end to their partnership? A special 2-hour Simon and Simon next.